where you just got back from? Guaranteed. Man, it was obviously a great day to win our first SEC game here at home at Jordan-Hare, and Military Appreciation Day, and always good to honor our military and what they do for our country and our families. And just really excited, our kids and our staff. I thought just we continue to work, and I think we saw some signs today of us getting better at some things, and it's just really, exciting to see. It's not easy to win in this league, and just this was a big one for us. I think with the remaining stretch that we have and going on the road the next 2 weeks, this was kind of a, you never want to say it because you don't want to make too much of one game, but it had the feeling for me as a critical game, and I thought our kids and staff responded very well this week, and it showed that I thought we played a really good first half, and they're really good on defense. And I think you've seen that, how they stop people and running the ball. And I think their kids play extremely hard also. And just, excited to get the first SEC win here for sure.
Hugh, just talk about Peyton, kind of his play today, and then the decision to kind of stick with one quarterback and kind of let him run the show.
Well, it's time, as I told him this week, it's time for us to put up or shut up and figure out, who can run the things we want to run. And I thought both showed signs this week in practice of improvement. And but he just started hot and felt good about our plan. And we had a little plan for Robbie too, and just never really got to it. But I thought Peyton played really well, and it's really good to see. I think he was 20 of 26 or something, so it's a pretty solid day, and thought he took care of the ball well. And we did some not so good things in the second half. Some of it was them. They really made an adjustment at halftime of how they were playing their gut cross and coming out of it instead of continuing to. They were reading out of it with their backers, and that made it hard to run the ball. And of course, you're trying to milk the clock a little bit when you're up 2 or 3 scores. But we get a critical first down and have a lineman downfield, which is we can't do that, and that's frustrating to see those things. But excited for Peyton to have a solid day.
Coach, your approach to offense today included passing the ball in early downs and really pushing it through the air in the first half. Can you talk about the decision to kind of pivot in your approach to letting Peyton throw the ball more, especially in the first half?
Well, we're working on it, and we've gotten a little better. This team loads the box, so it's very difficult to not throw it some. I've said all week in every media deal that I was on that we had to be balanced and we had to throw the football, and that was the plan, and luckily, unfortunately, that we executed it pretty well.
Hugh, 12 catches for the wide receivers today. I know as a group you were kind of looking for guys step up, VAR and Hooks get on the board. What did you see out of that group today, and how good was it for Thorne to kind of, diversify the passing a little bit? Yeah, that's the group that, I'm probably the most excited for, to see them have some success. Obviously it's we all get criticized sometimes, and coaches, we sign up for it, and and sometimes when I'm describing our team, I think it's felt like that we were down on that group, and obviously I do think we had work to do, but to see them keep working and then have good things happen to them on a Saturday in an SEC game is it's really gratifying, and excited to celebrate with them for that, and hopefully we just continue to get better.
Going off of that, 11 different guys caught a ball in the first half. That got to be what you imagine this offense can look like with just the variety of guys you use, running backs, tight ends, and receivers. Yeah, when I went in Sunday after our last drive at Ole Miss, I just said this is what we're going to do, and we're going to play with some tempo. And I think we probably could have used that in the second half more, but you really want that clock to run, and you don't want too many 3-and-outs if you screw up the first play of tempo or something. And
and we're going to throw our RPOs and give our kids a chance to play free and fast, and see if they can, perform in that a little better. And I thought that we did today. And we sure have work to do, but all week long we just talked about in life and in football and in your job. I think everyone in here and everyone in that team room and every staff member, you're going to have to deal with two things, and that is closed doors and unmet expectations. And the real challenge for most people, and I think most people give into it and remain average, is because the challenge is not to become disengaged. And that looks a lot of different ways, and I was just really proud that our kids decided to fight. Cadillac did a great job of giving them a pregame talk, and I thought his message was received very well by them, and so just proud of the staff and the kids for staying engaged and working.
Yes, you talk about the play of your defense, helping with 13 points, 2 of 12 on third down. I know Asante had 9 tackles. Like an interception, I think McLeod had a couple of tackles for loss.
Yeah. Truthfully, we gave up too many explosive plays, but I thought they did a good job keeping them out of the end zone. I thought a critical juncture of the game was we got the 4th down stop right before half, and we took it down and scored. That was one of our better complimentary football series of the year, and I thought that gave us a lot of momentum, and certainly it was good to see us execute that well offensively in a 2-minute situation.
Me? Yeah. Hugh, Jarquez Leonard seems like he's coming out of his shell a little bit. What have you seen from him lately?
Just work. He doesn't say anything. He just works and, runs 100 miles an hour every run he gets, finishes, practices hard. And, again, I thought we had a really good plan against their stuff to run the ball, and it worked in the first half, and then they made their adjustments, and give them credit for that. And we did. We made a little adjustment on the last 2 possessions that helped us, and we busted obviously a long run on one of those. And good to see Jarquez continue to have success.
Coach, this is the first start from the freshman Connor Lew at the center.
Yeah.
How did you think that he performed? I know you haven't seen the film yet, but how did you feel like he did out there?
He had I don't know what happened on that. The snap hit him in his rear end, I guess, right there at the end. I don't know. He hadn't done that all day, thankfully. But I hadn't seen the film, but I think he had to play solid. He's going to be a really good player. And to have to come into this and face all the different gut crosses that you get from this team was definitely baptism by fire, but he had to play pretty solid.
Hey, Hugh, you hear a basketball term all the time, see the ball go through the hoop for a shooter's confidence. For these guys to get an SEC victory at home, the first one of the year, what does that do as far as momentum building, confidence-wise?
Well, you hope that it gives us a lot of confidence and maybe a little swagger to go play with confidence on the road. It's not easy to go. It's not easy at home. And it's certainly not easy on the road. And we got 2 games that obviously you look at and you think we can win them. But as I know from being in this league before, you can also lose them. And confidence is a huge, huge factor and key in that, and hopefully that's what today did.
You've alluded to it a couple times. You feel like you guys could have been more aggressive in the second half, or just the play calling there.
Yeah, but you got to know. I mean, the third quarter. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we had 1 possession. I mean, that it. And I don't know how many we had we were backed up though in the 4th, so you can't be aggressive there, and do something silly and give them a really short field where they don't take any time. So I just didn't think it ever. We had 1 drive in the 3rd quarter, and then we were backed up like every drive in the 4th quarter, it felt like. So you just could not. You didn't feel the wisdom in being too aggressive. I was aggressive there at the end, obviously on the 3rd down call, and we got the pass interference, but I'd made up my mind that we were going to take that shot and then 4th down, not kick it, but run the ball and let some more clock run with up 2 scores.
We'll finish with Nathan and then Mike.
And McPherson had a great day, obviously, too. Sometimes, and so did Oscar. I thought Oscar punted that punt out of the end zone was really good.
I was going to ask about Alex McPherson. I believe he's still perfect on there. How much easier does he sort of make those maybe ticky-tacky decisions when you get into fourth down when you're across midfield?
Well, as difficult as it's been for us to score, this year he's always on my mind. I'm always thinking, what yard line can we get points, particularly early in the game. So I think he's really, really, really good.
Coach, so far in SEC play, your defense has only given up more than 30 points one time. Can you talk about the job that Ron Roberts has done in that scheme and how they've continued to keep you in games?
Man, I think for our lack of depth, they've done a marvelous job, the staff and kids. And we're not a very deep football team in the front six. And at times this year we've been very short on the back end too. But we're starting to get a little more healthy on the back end. But that front, the Marcus Harrises of the world and Jalen McLeod's and them, they're playing a lot of snaps. And it's a long season, and it wears on you. But the job I think they've done, I know Ron was frustrated of giving up some of the explosive plays today, but they bowed up most every time and kept them out of the end zone. The touchdown they scored was that was a heck of a catch, I think. I couldn't see it, but it looked like a pretty remarkable catch.
You said on that last third down. How much more involved were you in the game planning and play calling today?
Well, Philip did a good job, and so did the rest of the staff. It was a collaboration of everybody, but I was very involved in what goes on the call sheet in the pass game. And Jake usually is the most important in the run game, but once it goes on there, I just I'm good with. And I thought Philip called a good game on the plays he called. I thought he did really well.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.